Question 9. Do you feel sympathetic towards Eustace? Write 2 paragraphs, one in which you say that you do, giving 2 reasons, and one in which you say that you do not, giving 2 reasons. So we've got a clear structure here, haven't we? We need to take this step by step. So first of all, we're going to have a paragraph saying that we do feel sympathetic towards Eustace, and we need to give 2 reasons for that. So 2 reasons for being sympathetic towards him. Well, I'm sympathetic towards him because of the way the narrator feels about him. Eustace was something besides. He was indescribably repellent. So he's saying that Eustace was too repulsive to even try and describe. And this makes me feel sympathetic towards Eustace because that is such a nasty thing to say about somebody. And Eustace must have picked up on the fact that the narrator does not like him. And that must have been horrible for Eustace. Eustace is just a child. A grown man, the narrator should know better. I also feel sympathetic towards him because he seems so unhappy. We are told that he was even more taciturn and moody than usual. So the narrator is using this to insult him, to be rude about him. But I think as a reader, we can think to ourselves, well, if the boy was not communicating and seemed moody, he was probably really unhappy. And that makes me feel sympathetic towards him. He probably didn't want to be with this group of people. Maybe he didn't want to be away from home in the first place. And then we need to consider why we might not feel sympathetic. So I can argue that I feel unsympathetic towards him because he doesn't do anything to help himself. He can't be bothered to do anything. He's just moody and miserable. The narrator offers to take him out and he just refuses. No, walking was such a fag. Can't be bothered to go swimming. No, he could not swim. And this makes me unsympathetic. I also feel unsympathetic towards him because I think he is a bit rude. His aunt asks him to come and help set out the food. Eustace, dear, said his aunt, come and help us here. And he doesn't even bother to reply straight away. I'm coming, Aunt Mary, he at last replied, and dawdled to cut a piece of wood to make a whistle, taking care not to arrive till we had finished. So she asks for help, and instead of quickly going over to help, he does something else, and everything's been done by the time he arrives. And I think that's rude. His aunts have been kind enough to take him away with them, and I think the least he can do is behave respectfully and politely towards them. So you need to look carefully at the extract to see how you can explain why you might feel sympathetic towards Eustace and why you might not. And remember, you need 2 reasons for feeling sympathetic and 2 reasons for not feeling sympathetic. And then you need to make sure you have a complete answer. You need to write in complete sentences and have your 2 paragraphs. So we have, I do feel sympathetic towards Eustace. So I'm making it clear what this paragraph is about because the narrator dislikes him intensely, finding him indescribably repellent. Then I need to explain. So Eustace must pick up on the way the narrator feels about him, and this must be horrible for him. It is not surprising that Eustace does not want to take up the narrator's offer of teaching him to swim. So I've made my point and I've explained it properly. And it's a good reason for feeling sympathetic towards Eustace. Then we have furthermore, so that brings us into the next point well. I feel sympathetic towards Eustace because he seems unhappy. Well, that's a good reason, isn't it, to feel sympathy for somebody? The narrator describes him as taciturn and moody. I think that if he were happy, he would communicate with those around him and be cheerful. Perhaps he would rather be at home. So again, a good reason for feeling sympathetic towards him. The fact that he is clearly not happy. That's a reason to feel sympathy for somebody. And then we have our second paragraph. On the other hand, so that's a good way to start the second paragraph. I do not feel sympathetic towards Eustace, so it's clear what I'm going to be writing about, because he is a moody and miserable teenager. He cannot be bothered to do anything, so it is no wonder he's not happy. He could help himself by taking up the narrator's offer of teaching him to swim. Exercise would lift his spirits. So this is a good reason, isn't it, to not feel sympathetic, because Eustace certainly doesn't seem to be trying to do anything to make himself feel better. Furthermore, I do not feel sympathetic towards Eustace because he does not behave respectfully. When Aunt Mary asks for his help in setting out lunch, he goes so slowly that the work is done before he arrives. This is rude. His aunts have been kind enough to take him away with them, so the least he can do is be polite and respectful towards them. So we've got 2 points in each paragraph. 2 points for feeling sympathetic and 2 points for not feeling sympathetic. And we've explained ourselves well and set the work out in the 2 paragraphs as asked. So a response like this should get you the full marks. And we've also used connectives well to link our points. So using the word furthermore, and using the connective on the other hand at the beginning of the second paragraph.